What's up, everyone? Welcome to this day in Philly sports history for June 8th, 2025. I'm your host, Jim Montgomery. Welcome to a Sunday edition of the podcast. And it's time to panic. I know yesterday I was hovering right over there, but Phils lose again, 2-1 to the Pirates. Lots of news before the game. Bryce Harper put on the IL with a sore wrist. Apparently, it's been bothering him all year, which leads me to believe, why didn't they put him down sooner? But I don't know. The team is not good without him. They're 1-6 this year without Bryce Harper. 4 hits yesterday. That's it. 4 hits. They called up Otto Kemp to take his spot. Otto went 0 for 3. I still like it, hopefully to inject some energy. But, I mean, they wasted a great start by Ranger Suarez. The bullpen, Taijuan Walker, was not bad. But it gets worse because Skeens is on the mound today. And the way they've been hitting, they might get no hit today. The Phillies literally might get no hit today. Something's got to change. They're still playing flat, no energy. I don't know if it's the manager. Something's got to give with this team right now. And I'm not quite full-blown panic, but I'm panicking a little bit because the schedule gets tougher. They could find themselves 15 games out of first place by the end of this month if they continue to play the way they are. I don't know. Maybe Sanchez can stop it. He's not good on the road. Maybe since it's in Pennsylvania, he brings up some of that home magic. Who knows? But this team is an absolute mess right now. And with Paul Skeens on the mound, not a good situation for the Phils. So we'll see what happens today. But they're in danger of getting swept by the Pirates. Ridiculous. I don't even know what do you fire the manager? I don't know. There's just so many. I don't know. I mean, everybody's like, oh, Kevin Long, but Kevin Long is flat out telling these guys what to do. They're just not doing it. It's like they're lost without Bryce Harper. So we'll see how today goes, but I'm about ready to go into full panic mode. But if you're going on a trip to the Jersey Shore, specifically Ocean City, Sea Isle, Avalon, Stone Harbor, or Wildwood, Beach Caddy has you covered, so you don't have to go into panic mode for your summer vacation. They will help you. They'll take your stuff from your car to your house and then move it back out and put it in your car for you. They also have the best beach carts at the Jersey Shore. Nice inflatable wheels that easily move through the sand. They got you covered. No need to panic when you go to the shore. Go to beachcaddy.app. Use the promo code Jimbo to take 10% off of your move-in, move-out service, their bellhop service, and cart rental for the week. Beach Caddy will take the stress and the panic out of your Jersey Shore vacation. Available in Ocean City, Sea Isle, Avalon, Stone Harbor, and Wildwood. Be sure to use that promo code Jimbo for 10% off move-in, move-out, and beach cart rental. All right, let's do some housekeeping. I don't really feel like talking about the Phillies anymore because it's just you go to the pool, you're excited to just sit there, have a drink, watch the sun was out, watch the game, and that's the performance they put up. Just frustrating. But be sure to follow me on social media, Jimbo_Mont on Twitter and TikTok. On Instagram, at Philly Jimbo. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Jimbo_Mont. Continue to spread the word as we grow this thing. Just a reminder, after next Friday, June 20th, we will be cutting the show back to Monday through Friday. No more weekend shows. That's in an effort to free up some time to expand the offerings and everything we have here on the podcast. So stay tuned for that. Monday through Friday, still the same great show. Going to play and add some new segments during the week. Still going to do our Tuesday Motivation Positivity. Still spend Fridays with AI. But just add a couple things there and also ultimately set us up for a Philly Eagles pregame show as well as some other special things throughout the time. Mentioned Fridays with AI. If you haven't checked out last week's Fridays with AI, it's available on all my social media as well as the YouTube channel. It's a specific cut of Fridays with AI. We talked about AI and what would have happened if the Sixers got him a star while he was playing. And in this scenario, it was Tracy McGrady, and I kind of like the results, and I do think it was probably the most realistic one we've done. So be sure to check that out. And if you want highlights, photos, things like that of whatever we're talking about that day, all of that is available on my social media, including Facebook and LinkedIn. All right, yesterday's trivia answer. I said Phillies. I'll get it out. The Phillies received Steve Carlton in a trade from the Cardinals. And then when they released him in 1986, he bounced around the next year and a half for 4 different teams. Who were they? They were the San Francisco Giants, Chicago White Sox, the Cleveland Indians, and the Minnesota Twins. We'll have another trivia question here in a few minutes. Be sure to check out Lotwin for your custom 3D hype chain. They're great for kids' sports, bachelor parties, fantasy football, just cool things to have. If you want to annoy somebody, they're good for the office. You name it, they are great. So go to Lotwin.com, get your 3D custom hype chain. Use the promo code TCCPOD for 10% off your order. That's Lotwin.com, TCCPOD for 10% off of your order. All right. As much as I don't want to talk about the Phillies, we're going to talk about the Phillies today. June 7th. And the big story in Phillies history on this day happened in 1989. Phillies were playing the Pirates, and the Pirates jumped out on the Phillies with 10 runs in the top of the first. So the Pirates were up 10-0 in the top of the first. Nick Leyva, Phillies manager, saw it as an opportunity to rest some of his veterans, put some guys on the bench after the first, second inning, and just kind of resigned themselves to the fact they were going to lose to the Pirates. After Tommy Hurt led off the bottom of the first with a double, it led Pirates color analyst Jim Rooker to make the biggest mistake in his broadcasting career, where he said, if we lose this game, I'll walk back to Pittsburgh. Well, I don't have to tell you what happened. The Phillies chipped away. Von Hayes and Steve Jeltz, of all people, Steve Jeltz, both hit 2 home runs. At the time, Steve Jeltz, I believe, had 2 career home runs. And he hit one from each side of the plate, probably in the best day at the plate of his career. But Jeltz and Von Hayes were responsible for 9 of the 15 Philly runs that day, as they would go on to beat the Pirates 15-11 after scoring 5 in the bottom of the 8th. As for Rooker, he didn't walk home after that series. However, he did use it as an opportunity to raise some money for charity, organize the 300-mile walk from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh that offseason for charity. But the lesson here is, kids, watch what you say, because you never know when it's going to come back to bite you. Phillies beat the Pirates on this day in 1989 at the Vet 15-11 after falling down 10-0 in the first inning, leading Pirates color analyst Jim Rooker to say, if we lose this game, I'm walking back to Pittsburgh. But he did make do on his promise, raise some money for charity, so all was not lost there for the Pirates. And then in 1996, a milestone for the Phils. They lost to the Astros 7-3 down in Houston. Jim Eisenreich went 2 for 4 with 2 homers. However, this was the Phillies' first ever nationally televised game on the Fox network. It was a big deal. I remember when the Fox network got Major League Baseball. This was not too long after they got the NFL, really kind of throwing really a precursor to some of the things we see today with a lot of the streaming services. But the Phillies play their first game on Fox, a national TV game against the Astros on this day in 1996, losing to the Astros 7-3. That leads us into today's trivia question, though. Pre-wildcard era, so from 1969 to 1994, the leagues were set up into 2 divisions, the Eastern Division and the Western Division. Winner of the 2 divisions played each other in the League Championship Series, and the winners would play in the World Series. So, from 1969 to 1994, the NL East, which was the Phillies, the Pirates, Cubs, Cardinals, Mets, and I think that's it. Oh, and the Expos. Which team has won the most NL East championships from 1969 to 1994? That is today's trivia question. Hit me up on the Discord channel. Hit me up on the Back to the Future voice and text line 267-495-8531. Get that. Anything else Philly sports related off your chest. Lots to vent about today, specifically with the Phillies. The Union did win their friendly against Atlas. They used it as an opportunity to try to get some guys some playing time and things like that. So it's not official in the standings, but their unbeaten streak does continue. Be sure to check out my boys at the Clashing Conferences Network. Lots of great things happening on their sports fan network. Go to clashingconferences.com to see how you can join, how you can get involved, what they have to offer. Good dudes over there. Great way to get your voice heard. If you're in need of media services, they can take care of you there as well. So go to clashingconferences.com, see what they have to offer, and check out their podcasts available wherever you get your podcasts, as well as on YouTube. New episodes drop on Thursday and Friday. And, of course, don't forget about Dad. Philly Goat has you covered for Father's Day, whether it's a t-shirt, hat, the rocks glasses, shoes. The canvas loafers are amazing. Just go to Philly Goat, do some Father's Day shopping, hook Dad up, and use the promo code Jim Montgomery to take 10% off your order. That's phillygoat.com, promo code Jim Montgomery to take 10% off of your order. All right, and then finally today we continue our greatest individual season in Philly sports history tournament. Yesterday, almost an upset. However, Jim Bunning did survive the 7th seed. Jim Bunning's 1964 beat Ryan Howard's 2008 season with 55% of the vote. It came down to the end, but Jim Bunning, courtesy probably of the perfect game on Father's Day, is moving on in the Phillies region. Today we have a Flyers matchup out of the Flyers region, an 8-9 matchup. We have the number 8 seed Bill Barber from 1975 to 1976. Or 1975-76 season. He was an all-star, scored 50 goals, added 62 assists for 112 points, 380 shots on goal, a 74 plus minus rating, including 4 shorthanded goals and 10 game winners, helped lead the Flyers to their 3rd straight Stanley Cup before they got beat by the Canadiens. But Bill Barber, with potentially his greatest season as a Flyer, scoring 112 points. They're all career highs. Goals, assists, and points for him. Threw in 4 shorthanded goals, 10 game winners as the Flyers lose in the Stanley Cup. Taking on the number 9 seed, Claude Giroux from 2011-2012. He also was an all-star, scored 93 points, 28 goals, 5 game winners, 6 power play goals. Flyers that year were a 5th seed, won in the first round before losing to the Devils in the second round. Claude Giroux in 2011-2012. All-star season with 93 points, taking on the number 8 seed Bill Barber from 1975-76. Who do you got? Vote there on the screen like I'm doing a TikTok. Hit me up on the Discord channel. Call me on the Back to the Future voice and text line 267-495-8531. Let me know who do you got, Bill Barber from 75-76 or Claude Giroux from 2011-2012. Get your votes in. On this day in 1989, Phillies beat the Pirates 15-11 after falling behind 10-0. Pirates color analyst Jim Rooker made the rookie mistake of saying, if we lose this game, I'm walking home. Well, they lost the game, and he did make good on his promise, raising some money for charity in the process. And in 1996, Phillies lose to the Astros on national TV, the Fox network, their first time appearing on a Fox network for a nationally televised Fox game, because I believe when they were on Channel 29, technically that was still Fox, but this was nationally televised. Don't forget the trivia question. Which team won the most NL East titles pre-wildcard era from 69 to 94? Hopefully, just maybe, the Phillies can explode on Paul Skeens today. I'm not confident that that's going to happen, but hey, we got to keep the positivity going. We'll be back tomorrow with an update on that. continue the tournament. Of course, we'll have another trivia question, but it looks like it's going to be a decent day, so get out and enjoy your Sunday. This has been This Day in Philly Sports History for June 8th, 2025. My name's Jim Montgomery, and until next time, I'll see you when I see you.